We talked about this film earlier in the week with Nick Swartzen, who accused this man of being so adverse to jogging that he insisted they do a fast walk during a take of this film that the director stopped in the middle. So there's some controversy on the set, right, Chris? There's some controversy.
For sure.
And you know this man because the mother of your child, Sarah Tiana, has done much producing, writing, reporting for this man's work.
Indeed.
The star of The Wrong Missy on Netflix, our friend David Spade back here. How are you, David?
Woo! Rich the Richmeister.
Wait a minute.
Here's another one. Wait, what about this?
Yes.
Richard Eisen? What's that from?
My fourth grade teacher saying, "Where's your homework?"
No, it's from in Tommy Boy when he goes, Richard Hayden?
No,
Richard.
no, that's a deep one. That's a deep one, but playable.
That's good. Deep cuts. It's not even real, but, I just changed it. Hi, Rich. What's up, buddy?
How are you, David Spade? How are you?
I like that little pork pie Swartzen was making fun of me.
Well, he said that a scene in The Wrong Missy called for you to jog around a pool. You said to him before action was called, let's do a fast walk. Your director basically.
It's so true.
This is a true story?
Yeah.
What?
Listen, Rich, I don't come off the blocks like I used to. There's a reason I'm not at the combine and you are.
Okay.
I make more money doing funny movements. I don't really, and eye rolls. Yeah, we were doing it, and I got a bad neck, and I realized I don't even run anymore. And they go, you sprint around the corner, and first and more realistically, I go, listen, I'm not doing 50 takes of sprinting. All right, let's keep this within reason. So let's do not even a slow jog. I started with slow jog, and then I downgraded to a fast walk. And he goes, dude, we're running. That's the idea. And I go, I know, but I had to make it make sense, actually. I go, well, because everyone's looking at us, they're going to think something's wrong, the character. So we have to be like, we're in a big hurry. We're just going to go across campus here. And he just rolled his eyes. I was like, Nick, come on, man, play along. No one's looking at this movie for realism. By the way, I saw something on Twitter, and they were like, Wrong Missy is trending, and the critics are split. I'm like, yes, that means somebody liked it.
So you don't mind the split critics. That means...
No, because that means 50% liked it. Because, listen, I love the movie, and it's number one right now. That's great, but you know that the critics are never... like going out of their way to say how great these movies are.
I like it. So one day you wake up, you're like, if all the tomatoes are not rotten, I'm in good shape, right? That's pretty much it. That's the way you're
right. I think the best tomatoes I got was maybe on the do-over, and I think it was 9. And then it's going to keep me out of the All-Star game. And then I think Jack and Jill, we got -2. I don't know.
Come on. Grown-ups had to have at least a 90 tomatoes. I mean, they got to have a lot of tomatoes for grown-ups. We could go on and on about it.
Right. There was. By the way, this is the first time I've been in a movie that, well, number one is different on Netflix than in the real world of the world, but Grown-Ups was the last one, and that was probably, Grown-Ups 2 was number one. Yeah. So that was, I don't know, 5 years ago.
It works out, David.
Listen, I'll take whatever I can get.
David Spade. Netflix is The Wrong Missy. Check it out on Netflix right now. So
have you seen it? Have you seen a preview of it? I look like Bob Costas for some reason.
So I have seen a preview of it, David. The Costas thing didn't come to mind though. What makes you look all Costonian? You think Costasian?
I dyed my hair dark brown and I gave myself little bangs, and I didn't mean to, but I look a little like Bob Odenkirk in Better Call Saul. I've heard I look a little like Costas, and I look a little bit like myself as a doofus. I also shaved, which I'm terrified of.
Yeah, that's jarring. That's a little jarring.
It's jarring. People don't get how jarring it is. Then they do, and they see me and they go, you either look 20 or 90. I go, I know. That's why I'm sickened by it. I had a girl once go, why do you have that stupid mustache? I go, you think I want this? I look worse without it, if you can imagine. She goes, there's no way you can look any worse. I go, oh, yes, there is. And I show her a clip from The Wrong Missy. She's like, oh.
Oh, fantastic.
Ooh.
Oh man, what do I want to ask you? There's just so much to ask you about.
There's so many things.
There are, because I don't know. I don't think I've ever really delved into your Tommy Boy Black Sheep era type stuff with you.
No. I saw the UFC fight. That's a sports thing.
All right, what did you think of that?
I felt bad for Ferguson because he was supposed to fight Khabib, right?
Well, yeah, I just, he couldn't Khabib. Well, I guess it could have helped him that he didn't fight Khabib.
Well, I mean, I think Ferguson might have been off his game that night. I mean, might have been. But, he probably had a bad day because he just could not get it going. And I felt bad. He was supposed to fight Khabib in, like, some huge, arena with thousands of people. Instead, he's, like, in some Jacksonville Outback Steakhouse parking lot, kitty corner to Applebee's with 6 people in there, and he loses. And he's like, this isn't really how I pictured it. Walked away looking like Gollum with a hangover. I'm like, oh, boy, I think you should see the other guy. I'm like, no, we should see you.
Gollum with a hangover. It's a great. That is one I did not think of. Is that your new fantasy team nickname, Chris?
Pretty good one. That's a pretty good one to put down here. Hold on, write this down.
So, Chris, do you want to? Did you guys send a thank you note to David yet for the baby gift for you and Sarah?
Yeah.
Or
well, look,
could suffice as that?
Well,
so you don't have to write one.
Thank you, Dave. I'm not going to say that I was in
do?
charge of any of the announcements or thank you notes. Sarah took care of all of that. So you should have gotten
But what
it
did
by
I
now.
give you? A lights out hat or something?
Yeah, a lights out hat, a portable battery pack, and I stole that from the green room, but
and a hoodie from Jimmy Kimmel accidentally.
Did you really steal something from the lights out?
well,
green
it was
room,
a
Chris?
gift pack that they give the panelists.
Yeah, but you're not
When
a
you come
panelist.
by there, Rich. Yeah, you go in there and you rifle through the dressing room, and then suddenly Joe Coy wonders where his
Well,
yo-yo is.
it's interesting, though, David. You know what you've done in our green room? You signed the wall next to a signature-filled, I guess, poster from one of our Super Bowls. You signed the wall in our green room saying, "Can I sign here, David Spade?"
Right.
And
Was there no one else on the wall?
there's no one else on the wall, David. You're the only one. You're the only one who
But
signed
I
up.
asked.
You did ask, but in the signature, like it wasn't. I guess that was the forgiveness rather than permission moment right there.
By the way, I have good news.
Yes.
Our governor, if people are listening, I don't know if this airs outside of L.A., but
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. The governor said we're on phase 1 of opening up California, which is great. So as of today, all archery repair stores are open.
Okay.
Caterpillar sanctuaries.
Okay.
Rock quarries.
Rock quarries.
I look at these lists. I'm like, when does it kick into my life? What's happening here? Tree cleaners. Well, I don't know if this is helping me. When's phase 2? They're like, oh, December.
Well, I mean, it could be in time for your fantasy football draft, David. You got weeks to prepare
I'm so
now.
Scared of that.
You got weeks to prepare. You have no excuse coming up this fall.
I've only done 3,000 mock drafts. That's what everyone does. Did you do a mock draft? I'm like, already? I got to get in the game, man.
They got to. Otherwise, you're going to get lost. You will get absolutely lost.
Kyler Murray, my guy.
That's
I'm
right.
in Arizona.
DeAndre Hopkins is now going to be on the team, David. That's impressive.
I know. By the way, I'm yelling at my assistant because she's louder than me.
Yeah, is that who that was? I honestly thought you were in an airport, and I'm like, what does that go? What the hell is going on in the background there? That is amazing.
And they're doing, I have to do Kelly Ripa on Monday, and they have to Zoom you ahead of time. And then they're like, we need to know that you have a really big house. We need to see it, and we need to talk to our people. And it's like, by the way, I thought me and you were Zooming, and I set it all up. I look super cool. I got everything set up in my house to look like I'm rich. I have a little money bag behind me. And then and they go, no, it's just call. And I go, what?
I'm sorry you went through all that trouble to put your money bag where it needs to be seen. It's funny in the sports world, David. all of us,
Yeah.
when we're Zooming, we're sitting in front of bookshelves. We've chosen, all sports people have chosen bookshelves of books that we
it's
haven't.
riveting. I've
Oh,
seen
you,
it.
you know what I mean? Like we're there. I'm sitting in front of a bookshelf. I literally have not touched those books since I moved into my house, probably about 2.5 years ago.
I know. They're just painted there. I know. I know. It's a little snoozy, but I guess it makes people feel professional or smart or something. I want to see a scientist in front of a bookshelf or maybe a microscope on their desk. I'm like, oh, this one means business. You know what I mean?
Do you have a bookshelf?
It helps.
Do you have a bookshelf in your house?
I think the question is, do I have a book? I think I have one or two books, and they're both mine.
Well, I've seen your monologues on your Instagram feed, David. I mean, I think I might have spotted a book out there.
Rich, I love that you watch that.
Oh, they're great. Are you kidding me? They're phenomenal.
You're like, I didn't say I watched all of them. Yeah, they are. Thank you. I do jokes in the morning, and little Sarah sends in some jokes. She's great.
Sarah Tiana is great. Chris,
Yeah.
Chris, I mean, your household is filled with laughter and a crazy
What's
baby.
the kid's name? Cage?
Cage. Yep.
Cage is pretty cool. I mean, I know it was a little rough ride there for a second when it had to settle in, but I like Cage. I think it's a good name.
What does that mean, David? What was that?
2 days
I
old, he
thought-
appeared
I-
on Lights Out.
Is that right? That's his first television
happened?
appearance. It's first appearance.
Oh yeah, Cage is already in SAG. He's Taft Hartley, that kid.
Cage is the only 2-day-old to be in a union.
Listen, you don't want a name like Dave. My name's so Marlon Blando. Dave is like the dumbest name. I would sound younger if I changed my name to Connor or something. Everyone would be like, "Hey, Connor Spade." I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, man?"
Connor Spade.
Let's do Twitch.
And it's never too late.
It's never too late, David. All right, The Wrong Missy, available now on Netflix. It is #1. Half the critics love it. See, I went glass half full.
I smell a wrap up. What else do you have to do? Talk about The Last Dance?
Well, I love how you say it that way. No, there's an actual golf skins game tournament that's going down this weekend, and I've got Brandel Chambly of the Golf Channel that's coming up. That's what I got.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to say that. That makes sense.
I've got that
All
to
right, I'll
talk
give
about.
everyone a summary of The Last Dance.
Yes.
Jordan's good. You don't have to watch it now. All right.
I didn't have my
thanks, guys.
I didn't have my pen out to take notes. Thank you,
Yeah,
David.
that was quick. Thanks, Dave.
You're the best,
That
brother.
was my big closer. Okay, guys, thanks for having me. Next time, let's Zoom it.
Let's Zoom it. You bet. David Spade, Netflix's The Wrong Missy. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.